the channel. And welcome back to a video all about headlamps. That's right, head torches, headlamps. We are going to look at those in this video. We all use them, and as we're going into winter, we are going to be using them even more. And there is a bewildering array of choice out there, lots and lots of different ones. Indeed, I have done quite a few reviews of them myself. Problem is, they're all brilliant in isolation, but how are they? How do they compare to other torches? And that is what we're going to be looking at in this video. So while all these flashlights are absolutely amazing, we don't really know how good they are because we've got nothing to compare them against. So what I thought I'd do in this video is we're going to look at 7 different head torches. And we're going to have one which is going to be our control item, and for that I've gone something that is going to be familiar to most of you because it's probably the most popular head torch that's ever been made, and that's one of these. And this is the little Petzl Tiker. Now this one I've had for years. My very first head torch was a Petzl. It was an old Petzl Zoom, for those of you who are old enough to remember that far back. But the Petzl Tiker has been out for a long time. This one is one of the original ones, and it runs on 3 AAA batteries, and I think most people are familiar with this torch. There's been a lot of copies made of it, but it is a very good, very reliable torch. So I'm going to use this as our base item, and all of our other comparisons will be against this. I'll run through the specs for each torch, but what I'll also do is use the medium beam on this and the medium beam on each of the torch, and we'll shine them so that you can see what they're like. I'm going to shine them against the dark surface so you can see, well, are they less bright or are they brighter? We'll also look at things like the run times. We'll also look at maximum and minimum luminosity, so how many lumens they throw out, and also we're going to look at ease of use, because this one I know is quite straightforward, but are all of the others as straightforward? Well, we're going to find out. So here is our control item, the Petzl Tiker. This is an older model, but I don't think they have changed that much other than in the power supply. Cost is around £30. It's powered by 3 AA batteries, which are held just in the back there, like so. AAAs, as I've said, easily available, and a good reliable power source. They have 4 modes which are all accessible through this button on the top. You have a maximum beam of 350 lumens, a minimum of 7 lumens. All of that is accessed through this button up on the top, and if you press it, it comes on, and if you press it again, it makes it brighter, and then brighter again, up to its maximum luminosity. As I said, only 350 lumen. What it will also do is if you push and hold, it goes over to red light mode. Very handy if you're operating at night. Run times, its minimum lumens, 7. It will run for 110 hours. Maximum lumens, the 350, it will run for 2 hours. I tend to use it on the lowest white light setting or the medium white light setting, and it is a very good, reliable, simple to use torch. Simple headband, it's about 1.5 inches wide, grips fairly well. It's just got the one that hangs, goes round, it doesn't go over the top as well. However, for things like running, walking, etc., it's absolutely perfect. It's adjustable, and there's a nice little touch on there. You have a little whistle as well. So there we go. that is my control item, the Petzl Tiker. Next up is the Nebo Micro. Cost for these, I looked around, you can pick them up for about £16 currently. I think I paid 14 in my local DIY centre. It's micro USB rechargeable, which runs through this little cap on the side, which you just peel up, and it's USB, just USB micro, and it charges in there. The little cap does lock down, you've got to make sure that you push it. Everything else is controlled by this button over on the opposite side. As you can see, you've got the main housing, you've got your main white light in the centre there, you've then got 2 lights either side. It has 6 modes. Maximum output is 400 lumens, minimum output is 10 lumens. Its maximum runtime, it's only 10 hours on this one, and its minimum runtime, so if you're using it on full power, is an hour. Average runtime is about 2 hours. That's all you get from these, but it is very, very small and light. It's got a little adjustable clip so you can angle it, just the same as on the Petzl Tiker. It's also got an adjustable headband. It's also on the back here got a little clip which allows you to clip it to your ball cap, and yeah, it's pretty good. Operation, well, you can just turn on, you can push and hold, it increases the light. And as I go down through, that's not actually strobe, that's just because of the type of light that it is. And then goes to green light, which is handy for if you're map reading at night, because with red light you can't see contour lines. With green light, however, you can. With all of the modes on this, it's got a red light mode on it as well. If I just flick through, there we go, red light mode. If I turn it off, when I switch it back on again, it will go back, whoop, there you go, to the original mode, but you have to leave it on for about 30 seconds it is. I'll just turn that one off. So there we go, that is the little Nebo, and it is with Nebo Micro. It's a nice little torch. I've had a couple of issues with it in colder weather. It's fairly straightforward to use, but as you can see, cycling through, sometimes it's not the easiest. The switch is also quite small, and if you've got cold hands, yeah, it doesn't always go quite how you want it to. Next, well, this one I was sent, this is the Sofirn HS10, and this is a rechargeable. It recharges through a USB-C port on the side here, which is pretty good, and it doesn't pop open easily, and it seems very, very secure. As you can see, you've got the USB-C port in there. Everything is controlled via this button here, and its maximum output is, has 8 modes. Its maximum lumens is 1100 lumens out of this little thing, and its minimum lumens is just 1. Its maximum runtime is 150 hours, and its minimum is 55 minutes. Cost, now if you look these up on Amazon, they come in at around £32. However, search around a bit. If you go direct through Sofirn on their website, you can pick these up for about £14, and there's lots of outlets that do these. Headband, fairly standard, and instead of an adjustable hinge thing, it's got these simple loops, and all we do to adjust it is just move it around. This is made of soft rubber, and it's excellent. While you're charging, the light on the top here where your switch is, what that does is that lights up, and it tells you when it is fully charged by changing the colour of the lights. Ease of use, well, although it's got 8 modes, it's pretty simple to use. I've used this one a lot. I used it when I was down on Dartmoor. I've used it at work quite a lot. It's lightweight, so you can use it for if you're out running. On the inside of the strap, one of the things I really did like is it has these rubberized areas, so it grips onto your headwear or your head, so it's less likely to slip down while you are using it. I think for your £14, this is a cracking little buy. It's a really, really good item. Next up, this is an offering from Thrunite, and this is their BSSS, HO1. This was a collaboration between Thrunite and Black Scout Survival. It's the only difference between this and their H1 is that the H1 is black, this one is green because it's the limited edition one. Comes with, again, soft rubber bracket, a decent adjustable head strap. It's not at all heavy, a really good diffusing light. It recharges on, again, a micro USB rather than USB-C. It lives in that little slot there. Everything cycles through the top. Plenty of different modes, in fact there are 6. Maximum lumen output is 687, minimum is just 5, and it is runtime, maximum is 100 minutes, minimum is only 60 minutes. Average runtime works out about 75. It's a nice little torch. It's lighter than the Sofirn offering. However, these are getting increasingly difficult to get hold of. Cost wise, I look around, you can pick them up for about $29 or so. Couldn't find a seller in the UK, but it is a nice little torch. Again, while you're charging, this little on the end here, the switch lights up blue when it's fully charged, and it's a nice little torch. I've used this one a lot in the time that I've had it. Next up, the biggest torch in the group. This is the Wurkkos HD20. This is quite a big, heavy, right-angled torch. It comes with a good accessory pack, including clips, and also a 3-part head strap unit. And you need that because this is a big, heavy torch. Again, everything is controlled through one single switch on the top, and it charges through a port on the back there, which is exceptionally well covered up. This one recharges on a USB-C. It has 11 modes. It's the most powerful torch. On turbo mode, this chucks out 2000 lumens. If you put it on moonlight, it will run for 960 hours, and that's just at 35 lumens. If you put it on max, it will run for 144 minutes. Average run time is 22 hours. This one I've used quite a bit through the summer months. While I was camping, we were away for 2 weeks, and every night, because this has got a magnetic base, we attached it to one of the tables in the tent, put it on moonlight mode, and it ran all the way through the night, every night for the whole time we were away. If the girls needed it, they had a point of reference where it was because it had the moonlight mode on, and then they would take it off to go down to the loo. So it saw a lot of use and didn't ever need recharging. It's a good, powerful torch. When you switch it on, both lights come on. You don't have to, you can cycle through and get them to go off, which it's got 11 modes. I actually found it very difficult to switch between having one light on and 2 lights on. And you can have this one on, or this one on, or both. But it was quite difficult to bring that up. It's a good workhorse of a torch, ideally suited to things like vehicles. Not so much for night hikes, runners, etc., because this is really quite heavy. Cost wise, these come out at about £40 currently on Amazon. Check out in the description box down below, because with all of these torches, if the company has sent me a link where you can get them a little bit cheaper and get a discount off them, I will put it up. But yep, that is the Wurkkos HD20. Next up, this is the Armytek LC1, and if you follow my videos a lot, you remember me doing a review of this. Very good little torch. Again, comes with a very good accessory pack. It feels quality and very well made. It is made in China, but it's made at a dedicated factory that Armytek uses. It's got all the usuals, magnetic base, etc. Comes with a clip and a headband attachment. Cost, it's £55. It recharges on a USB-C, which is hidden in the back there. Its modes, it has 6. Its maximum output is 1000 lumens, minimum 1 lumen, on which it will run for 60 days. Average run time is 3 hours, and if you go to your top mode, it only comes in at 52 minutes. Fairly easy to use off this one single switch, and the light put on this one is warm white rather than the usual white light, and I think that is a really nice feature. It's a torch that I really liked. Ease of use, again, it's pretty easy to use. It hasn't got too many modes. It is all controlled through there. The only problem I found with it was if you're using it with the head strap, it can quite easily break away from it, but it is, as I say, a really good quality item. Yeah, not bad at all. So last up is the Thrunite Mini, and I've had this one quite a long time. It's a nice little torch. It's probably one of the smallest ones in this review. It is also the most expensive one in this review, because these come out at £65 each. Maximum lumens, again, 1000, and number of modes, it's got 6 modes, all controlled up here. Charging is via a magnetic base through a special cable. Minimum lumens is 2, and it will run for 4.5 days. Maximum lumens is, as I said, 1000, and that comes in at about 86 minutes. Its average run time comes in at 6 hours per charge. So yeah, not bad. Easy use. Yeah, I've given it a 6 out of 10. It's not a bad item. It is the most expensive. It does come with a head strap of sorts. Now, this was the original one. It's a Velcro compatible strap thing, which is designed to go onto Velcro on tactical clothing. You push the clip into there, and this is movable. They also will sell you a simple elastic strap which clips onto the Velcro. Personally, I didn't like that at all. I think they would have been better off putting on the rubber straps, which on the Thrunite Mini 2 is exactly what they've done. They've copied the same one as on the Thrunites, and I think on their original H1 it had the same setup. So yeah, that is the Thrunite Mini from Olight. So there we go. That is the specs on all of them and what I think of them. I've been using all of them for quite some time. Obviously the Petzl I've been using for years and years. Things like the Thrunite Mini, I got that one, I think it was back during COVID, and it's seen quite a bit of use, as has the Thrunite. The others, well, I've explained the usage I've had out of those and the sort of things they've been put through and what their pros and what their cons are. So which one is my favourite? Well, that we'll look at next. So which one is the one that I like the most? Well, based on the sheer ease of use and affordability and durability. You guessed it, it's the little Petzl Zoom. It is a cracking little torch. A lot of people say, yeah, but it runs on batteries and nowadays everything should be rechargeable. Well, they do updated versions of these that can switch between the two. I like these because I can carry spare batteries. Once my power bank runs down, I'm a little bit buggered unless it's a solar powered one. But this, I can always get batteries for. Even if it's stripping them out of remote controls and other devices, I can always get a light for this. The light output, yeah, it's not the brightest, but it's more than adequate. The 3 levels that are on there are very, very good. The little band of luminosity around the main lamp for finding it after dark, and to be fair, it only works for a little while after you've been using the torch, but it's one of those features that just makes it that little bit more usable, as is the red light. Very few torches seem to have the red light. If you do a lot of work after dark and you need to preserve your night vision, then yes, that is quite important. So this one was my favourite. It was very close run by this, and this was the little Sofirn HS10. I think this is a cracking little light. If you go on Amazon, these come up at, I think it's £32. If you search around on the net, you can pick them up for as little as £13 or £14. It's got very good luminosity. It's very, very easy to use. It's not overcomplicated. The modes on it are simple. The head strap is excellent, and the little rubber grips on the other side, I mean, it just grips your headwear that little bit better. It's not too heavy, so you can wear it all night if you're out on a long navigation trip, or if you're a runner and you go out running at night in the dark, which in the winter you've got no choice. This will hold firm on your head and it's not too heavy. It is a cracking little torch, and for the money I think you can't go far wrong with this. This one does recharge. The recharging port on it, as I've said, is pretty good. And I like this little torch, and I like it a lot. I think it is a great little item. It doesn't cost a lot, so you could afford to have 2 or 3 of them if you needed them. I think these are great, so go and check them out. So there you go. That is my review of headlamps. Hopefully you have found that useful, and hopefully if you're in the market for a new one, you'll follow up some of those links. As I said, I'm going to put them all in the description box down below. While you're down there, look at the Greencraft shop over there. You can get my patches. There's also, I think there's a few of the fire starter pouches down there still left, and maybe a couple of cuts kits. I am cutting more EDC light pouches and some more of the survival scarves, so keep your eye on the shop for those. I think that's everything. I've been Neil, and until next time, stay safe in the woods.